All right. Look, big news here. Big news that I've seen here via Zimmerk, and basically it's about our good friend Peter Jackson. You know, our good friend Peter Jackson, and this whole thing about the Hobbit's casting agent was sacked because she was saying that she's only looking for light-skinned extras for to play the Hobbits, and she was sacked. I think what has happened to the casting agents is scandalous, and I think that if I was her, she should file a claim. She should 100% file a claim. I was just reading some comments on like Entertainment Weekly, and a black actress rightly said that a casting agent cannot make a decision that big to say, I'm only looking for white extras. She can't. Okay, anybody who knows how film works, the casting agent is only takes decisions given to her by her superiors, and that's a fact. You know, see what has happened is that the directors and the makers of this film, they got shown up, and I'll tell you why they got shown up. They got shown up because the manner in which the casting agent was looking for the whites only hobbits was in a way which got exposed, and the key thing was that it was caught on tape, because obviously she could have just put like a casting call out there for hobbits, and then for any people who were darker she would have said that no, sorry, like I mean we're not really looking for you as an extra, but she would not even really say that, oh, it's not because you're dark, you're just not the right kind. And once you just say you're not the right kind that we're looking for, you can't really say anything about that. It could be like you're too short, you're not the right physical size, you don't have the right aura or anything like that. So you can't really say anything about race there. But the fact that she actually said you're too dark, that is where the whole thing came. It was really the makers got messed because the casting agent was pretty much doing her job. But she was not doing her job in the right way in the eyes of the producers, i.e., don't say the race word, don't say anything about race. But it is obvious that the director, Peter Jackson, and the creators said to the casting agent that, or let her know that we're looking for light-skinned people. So them saying that they never gave her those directors, they are lying. Of course they are lying, and just that they got exposed. So if I was that casting agent, I would file a claim for like wrongful termination, because it's completely wrong. It's completely wrong because like she did nothing wrong. She did nothing wrong, and I think that if people interview her and tell her, she will tell that no, that was the directive that she was given. Like, why would she say that from no reason at all? Based on me watching the Lord of the Rings as a viewer, I think we're only going to get whites only hobbits. You can't do that as a casting agent, really. And you can. It is possible to do it, but I am willing to bet with you that she did not take that decision independently. And did not take that decision independently. But I mean, the fact that it's just so obvious that, and that's why I've always had problems with Lord of the Rings and Peter Jackson, is that Lord of the Rings is an incredibly made film, possibly one of the greatest cinematic experiences ever. But as a guy who is not white, I can't connect with it. There's nothing to connect with it. I can connect with Snipes. I can connect with Morpheus. I can connect with Will Smith in Independence Day. I can connect with those guys. I can't, on any level, connect with anything in Lord of the Rings. I just can't. Sorry. And it was just too much of that. That's, sorry, as a guy who is not white, there's nothing for me to emotionally connect with it. There's nothing there. But also, and I think it's also it's also to do with the way it was made and the kind of ideology it was pushing through. And also, when you usually hear about the things that like the actor of Jim Lee was saying about how this was a thing of like knowing how England and protecting any foreigners from coming in, and this was like a message that even the BNP used the film as a strong message thing. Then that why people who are not white would not really connect with this film, because it's not like something like Star Wars, which had mostly white people. Because something like Star Wars, like anybody of any race can connect with Star Wars. Anybody of any race can connect with Luke Skywalker. They just can, because it is not made in that kind of ideology. But I just think that again, this whole issue has just exposed why the Hobbit it's not my thing. Sorry, it's not my thing. Give me Matrix 4. Give me that thing, or give me Batman. with Keaton, obviously. Give me Superman. Give me Wolverine. Give me Spawn. Seriously, give me those things. Or give me Indiana Jones. That's where my ideology, that's where my tastes are. But I don't give a damn about the Hobbit. I'm sorry. It's the way it's made. And the underpinnings, the undertones of the story, the archetypes within the story. It's racist. It is racist. Because people may deny it, but when you really read between the lines, when you really, really think about the story and how the story is presented, it is racist. It is racist. Yes, it is. And with this issue here, I just wanted to put it out, and I'm sure the MEC and Phantom of Hope will fully agree with me in the stance that the casting agent has been made a scapegoat wrongfully. People are painting her as a racist person wrongfully, and I think that people need to realize that no, the casting agent is not racist. She is not the one in the wrong. I'm telling you now, she is not the one in the wrong. The people in the wrong are the makers and the producers who gave her those directives, and they have put her out to dry. But I'm saying this now, the blame should be put on the right person. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying, that the blame should be put on the right person, because the headlines are wrong. The headlines are wrong. The headlines are reading about this casting agent. So she's so racist. How is she doing that? But no, the casting agents. A casting agent is not an island. A casting agent is not an independent entity. They are in tandem with the production. It's like people just need to just think about it. In every film, the casting agents is almost like a dog. They do whatever the director tells them to do. The director says, "No, I'm looking for these kinds of people." These are the kinds of people that we're looking for, because I'm creating this world, and these are the kinds. Because if you're a director, you're worried about every single detail, and that's down to what the blade of grass looks like, what the house looks like, what the people look like, what the population looks like, everything. Because the casting agents cannot make any independent decisions whatsoever. And any decisions they make, it has to go through to the director. But on no level. I will repeat, on no level can a casting agent make an independent decision which says that they are only looking for light-skinned folks. But the fact is that, Peter Jackson, he may not say this explicitly, but the fact is Peter Jackson views hobbits as only white. It's a fact. Some people say, oh, they're fantasy people and therefore they can be of any race. No. The way J.R. Tolkien envisioned the Hobbits is that they are white, European, okay? The way Peter Jackson envisions the Hobbits is that they are white, European. Does that mean that they are racist? No. The Lord of the Rings is racist for different reasons, but no, it's not racist for them having only white people. That's just the way he envisioned it. It's like if I'm making a population of the lilies, and I said, no, the lilies are all African and they're West African. They look like West African. Does that mean I'm racist? No, I'm creating a fantasy world where all the lilies look like West African, So that's it. So obviously they're West African with sharp ears and big bushy eyebrows, but they are West African. But that's my own thing. But so I think really, people should be focused, because the issue is bigger than just the Hobbits are white. It's about the Lord of the Rings, what it stands for. Go read. Just go to Google and just type in BNP, the British National Party. Type in BNP and Lord of the Rings. Then you will know that the Lord of the Rings thing, it does have racial underpinnings. It's a fact. It's not me putting in a thing you go on internet, type in Lord of the Rings and racism. You will see articles upon articles upon articles upon articles upon articles that support this thing. But remember, the casting agent, she got messed up by the producers. Put the blame on the right people. Believe.